Oh yeah, it's good. The workout was great. Having a lot of fun. It was my first workout. The whole thing. So for me, it's just a little nerves, but good nerves. Just want to do good and just excited for the experience.
You had a lot
What
more
were they trying
workouts.
to do? Were they, trying to, test your knees and see
Right,
how?
right. A little bit. A little bit of testing before. Nothing too much. I mean, they already know. Just got to kind of just get healthy from there. But for me, during the workout was just put me through different movements. Certain ways they might see me playing here, and then just seeing my skill set and just seeing what I have.
For people who don't know, any limitations at all?
Right. No, I'm fine. 100% healthy. Knees are great, body's great, and just ready to get better.
Where do you go from here?
From here, it's just I got to Portland it, so another workout in Portland.
How many more do you expect?
Probably about 5 more.
Are they all gonna be solo workouts, or are you gonna work?
I think some of them be against some people. I think they're still up in the air who it's going to be right now, but I think I'll do a few against some people.
Where does your game fit at the NBA level?
All right, for me, I think versatility, just because, being able to stretch out. Today the bigs are different, Anthony Davis, with DeMarcus Cousins, obviously, Karl Towns and stuff like that. Those bigs that can, do both. Face up, like I said, and then still play traditional big back to the basket. And, just like I said, face up the guys who are, a little bit of a threat, who are a little bit slower on their feet. So for me, I think I can kind of fit in those areas.
How have you handled just kind of a year ago,
Right.
there were so many people thought you might be the top guy.
Right.
Among the top people.
Right, it's tough, because just personally you want to do good. It's one of those things you kind of dream of, and you work hard for it. For me, that's something I had worked hard for. But I still worked hard for this moment too. Regardless if I go 60, wherever, you still can make a living, a career. Anything's possible from any spot. So for me, it's just staying motivated. A lot of people who have went through what I went through might not be here at this point right here. So for me to still be here is just a blessing. I'm happy.
Was there any part of you that said, you know what, I'm going to go back and I want to show people that I can be that dominant college player before I go into the draft?
Right. Yes and no. You have thoughts, but at the same time, it's a step in the road. And for me, it didn't go as planned. It wasn't as good as I thought it should have went and wanted to go. But at the same time, you can't worry about that. You can't rewrite a certain journey that happened. So for me, it was just kind of just accepting it, what happened, and just moving on with it and just using it as motivation going forward.
What have you learned through all the rehab processes?
Patience. And just, kind of giving yourself time, especially with injury, because, you kind of want to rush back. And, with any injury, if it's a finger or whatever, it's going to take some time because, you got to get back to using it, getting back to, doing certain movements, and just, it takes time to get back to full strength.
What was the biggest factor that ultimately decided, I'm gonna push
right.
through?
For me, it was just, I think, development, and then as far as just health and on the court, and just with timing too. College is a busy thing, with school, class, and then still your everyday life. So I think it's a lot going on. As opposed to this, you don't have to go to class, and you can still do certain things. I mean, obviously that's any athlete, but still, it's just more time to do certain things to focus on, my body and my basketball career.
Is it helpful to have teammates going through the same process?
Yeah, definitely. You can kind of talk to them, throughout it. Whether it's Jason, Luke, to Frank, even the Mills, because you can kind of. And even the other guys, I kind of grew up with, playing with, because, you kind of going through the same steps. You're all nervous, you all want to do good. Regardless, like I said, whatever pick you're going, you still got to do the same process with the workouts and just, pre-draft stuff. So for us, it's been a great thing.
How would the experience at Duke make you better as a player, as a
Say it one more time.
how would your experience at Duke
Oh,
make
Duke, okay.
you better as a person, as
Right.
a basketball player with
Right.
Coach K? I mean,
Right, with Duke, it was a lot of things that, for us, obviously basketball is what it is. You're going to get better at basketball there. But for us, it was a lot of lessons off the court, even outside of basketball that made sense. Just kind of with, interacting with the students. We have a lot of smart kids around our school, people who's going to be successful coming up. So, even from just living in a dorm where I was with athletes all the time. Only athletes that were with me were the freshmen that came in with me. The rest were just all regular students. So for me, it was just, bonding with them, kind of just, just getting a different feel, just see how they live, how they think about you, and how they think about different things. And it's pretty cool just to have that experience to interact with everybody else. And it was just a fun college life for me outside of basketball. So that's what I definitely appreciate about Duke. I got to enjoy the college experience, even though it was 1 year.
How do you think you can fit on this team?
I think I fit on this team good because, kind of missing a 4-player, kind of, and it's the growing program too, and I like that just because it's, you got a lot of young players, but, young players who are willing to work hard, great organization, great, and then players who play here, which is a great thing because they know the pride of, playing here, and then just, knowing how they want the program to be, especially, with Peja and Vlade, just how they, you know, like I said, they play here. So for them, it's just kind of just rebuilding the place where they play. And for me, it's just kind of coming in with a new young unit and kind of just trying to grow together and just, fit in. I think I'll fit in great here, though.
When you experience that injury, is it for the second time?
Right.
Did it stunt you in any way? Do you feel like you're not where you want to be?
Yes and no. It kind of stunts you more mentally. I feel like your body, like I said, it's going to take time. I'm getting better. It's going to take time as far as just trusting it and just getting back stronger and doing certain movements because, earlier you just can't because your body just physically can't. It's not ready to move yet. But for me, it was just, shocking because it was kind of the second time, you kind of don't want it to happen. It's the one thing you always think about when you're rehabbing and when you're playing again with the other one. So, when it happens, it's kind of tough. But at the same time, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and I just got to move on from there and just use it as motivation.
What kind of stands out about today?
Today, it was my first workout. So, I was a little bit nervous, but it was a good nerve just because I was just anxious, just kind of just to go through it, actually get through the workout. And just have some fun, too. You can't put too much pressure on yourself. It's still basketball, regardless if you do good or not. They know the talent is there, and you just got to evaluate. And just a lot of great talent. So, for me, it was just to go out here and have some fun.